Good evening and welcome to PhanTV. Tonight saw the Peterborough Dalrod Phantoms play host to the Basingstoke Bison. Matt, first words on the game, I think.
It was a full-on game. It was really good to see Phantoms coming out flying. Both teams clearly up for a good battle, and Phantoms having a really good start and actually carrying it through as well.
Absolutely. Now this was a complete turnabout from the previous couple of weeks where things have been maybe not so interesting. As Matt said, when the team came out, they went out, they went hard and they went all in. So let's have a quick look at some of the footage from tonight's game. Okay, and welcome back. There you go, final score after that match. Peterborough Dalrod Phantoms 5, Basingstoke Bison 4. Matt, I mean, there was a lot of passion being shown tonight in that game.
Yeah, it was real sort of what people may say is balls out hockey. It was real, so there was a good lot of grit to it. There was the passion that everybody's been, saying that they wanted to see. The passing was put together. There was some good finishing as well, obviously. But generally, all round a good game. I think Bison actually had a pretty decent game. Thought they were a little bit flat in the second, I think, to start with, but generally speaking, I think that it was a good, entertaining game to watch.
Absolutely. I think probably one of the biggest things, along with the passion, Phantoms played a very physical game, certainly in the first, and that seemed to put the Bison on the wrong foot. I think going out 2-0 at the end of the first period, put the Bison on even more of a wrong foot.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think guys like Piatak as well are going to be able to get forwards, and they're strong, they're big guys. So, getting those guys sort of beyond the defence or into the defence, as we see quite often with Piatak and Zubek. I did, like you say, put them on the back foot a bit, make them maybe think maybe more defensively. Perhaps they even came into the game taking Phantoms a bit lightly after recent performances.
Absolutely, and to be honest, you do that at your peril.
Definitely.
Okay, we got to talk to some of the players. This is what they had to say.
Right, Damien King, a good start tonight. Obviously a win, so you must be happy with that.
Oh yeah, me, the boys, everyone's pumped. It's been a tough few weeks, as everyone can imagine, and yeah, it's a great thing to get the monkey off the back. It's been coming. People obviously have been disappointed with the results lately, but it's been coming, and slowly but surely we're getting there.
Definitely. Now, last night as well, Milton Keynes sounded like it was a bit of a game of two halves, I should say, last night, would you say?
It was a game of 10 minutes. It really was. We let ourselves down in a 10-minute spell in the second period, and that costed the game dearly. I think we was at the same level, if not better, for a large proportion of the game yesterday. And if we didn't concede 5 in that 10-minute spell, I think we've been fine last night. But that's the sort of thing that happens in a hockey game. You can't switch off for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes. We can switch off for 2 minutes today, and we concede 2. Right at the very depth of the game, and we can't do that. So we got to make sure that sort of thing doesn't happen again.
Definitely. Now, would you say that sort of with this weekend's results in a way, or performances, you've got something positive there you can move forward on? And something
absolutely, yeah. Especially tonight's game, the heart and desire of the boys was, I think, really clear to see. I've never questioned any of the boys' heart and desire in that room. If you came into the room after we lose a game, Telford, Manchester, every game we've lost this year, it's like everyone just shot someone and they didn't want to shoot like they shot their mum. Everyone's been absolutely devastated. It's such a horrible place to be, and you go in there tonight when everyone's jumping, so it's a great place to be in. We love the winning feeling, and hopefully it can continue.
Definitely. Now, obviously, there was a lot in the media, a lot of sort of around the fans about people saying the big question over whether or not the fortunes were down to the coaching. I mean, would you say that there was any?
That's a question and a half, isn't it?
I'm not saying casting any doubts, but I mean, is that something that sort of felt around the dressing room?
No, it was just all it was the boys just weren't clicking. We have the systems in place. We have the coaching staff in place. We have everything in place. It's literally bad luck, bad judgment, bad mistakes by the team, and we ironed them out tonight, and it shows. And Basingstoke are a far better team than they showed tonight. I think we shut them down really well. Defensively, we're a lot stronger. I've seen the shots and goal tonight, and I think 30% of my shots were from the top of the blue line, if not further out. So that makes my life a lot easier, and it'll make Tom's life a lot easier when he plays. I think it's been harsh on him. He's had some tough games to be in, and yeah, we'll move forward from here, and it's going to be hopefully a lot straighter road from now on.
Definitely. Well, that's hoping. Actually, you mentioned Tom as well. Actually, now yourself and him obviously sharing the goaltending duties so far this season.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're looking towards going forwards? Is that something that
it does work, and it will work. We haven't. Me and Tom both admitted this week in training to John. We had a little meeting with John on Thursday night, and we both admitted that we haven't played well. And we haven't had much help, so it works both ways. We haven't had great help from the D, which they admit, and we haven't played well ourselves. We conceded soft goals. I conceded 11 in Manchester, which is just not good enough. No matter what happens, we're there to stop the puck. If we're not doing that, then we're going to sit. I sat last weekend because I played poorly. Made another great game yesterday, so he had to sit. And that's the way it works. It gives you pressure, and it gives you that motivation to try harder. I've never tried to hard in training all my life this year. It's a lot different to the way it was last year, knowing you were going to start every week. So it's nice to have that pressure and that motivation to really push yourself, and I think it came through tonight.
Definitely. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Now, going forward next weekend, obviously you've got Slough away first of all, which is a bit of a challenge, and Sheffield on the Sunday at home as well, which again is going to be a bit of a challenge. Going by, sort of, I think, past, sort of history as well with both of those teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Slough are going for a bit of diversity themselves at the moment, so I think that's a chance we have to go down there, especially with our win tonight, and take them on. But by the time they're playing well for their adversity, so it's going to be a tough game, but it's definitely 2 points that are available for us, and we're going to go down there with the attitude we had tonight and battle hard, and then we come back home on the Sunday, I believe, and we faced a Sheffield team that we love to play at home. There's been games here that have been awesome, crashing, fighting, hits, goals, saves, everything, and I hope the fans turn up to enjoy it.
Actually, I was going to ask you about the fans. Is there anything you want to say to the fans?
Unreal tonight. Especially after the first 2 fights this game, like the fans were so loud and we got me so pumped. I love that sort of atmosphere. and I hope it continues. And I hope we've given the fans something tonight to sort of want them to come back. You know, like we had a few fans in the building for the group pod and things like that, and it's great from the media, from the staff through the media to get the fans through the door, and hopefully they come back. It was awesome tonight. The atmosphere was great.
Fantastic. Damo, thanks very much for speaking to us tonight. Well done.
Cheers.
See you next week.
Okay, welcome back. Obviously, some interesting views from the players there.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Lots to say about, I think.
Yeah, good. Well, I think probably the story from tonight, the passion came back, the scores came back, the result speaks for itself. Peterborough Dalrod Phantoms 5, Basingstoke Bison 4. That's got to be a great night.
Definitely, yeah. I don't think many people would have thought had Phantoms down for a win tonight, let alone, well, for any points, I should say, let alone a win. But it was a very entertaining game. I'm sure everybody could go home proud, particularly all the players, and go home proud of the performance. Absolutely.
I think despite the scoreline last night against Milton Keynes, the seeds for tonight were definitely sown last night comfortably. Okay, 7-4, not the best result, but the scoring was there, the passion was back, and then tonight, on the ice, we saw it here, it was back with a vengeance.
It certainly was, yeah, and very happy to see that, I think, all around.
Absolutely. Well, next week, the Peterborough Dalrod Phantoms take on the Sheffield Steel Dogs, a match that's become a bit of a grudge match between the two teams, really, and it's normally some very feisty, entertaining hockey.
Absolutely, yeah, Phantoms and Steel Dogs have quite a storied history amongst, particularly for the Andre Payet period of recent history. But it's definitely going to be an interesting game. Certainly one that people aren't going to want to miss.
Absolutely. So that's next Sunday. Face-off is 5:30 p.m. Peterborough Dalrod Phantoms will take on the Sheffield Steel Dogs. Like I say, it's at 5:30 next Sunday here at Planet Ice Peterborough. Tickets are £12 in advance, £13 on the door. So hopefully we'll see you here next week.
Indeed we will.
Okay, well that's it from us for tonight. I think the headline for tonight, the passion's back, the score, Peterborough Dalrod Phantoms 5, Basingstoke Bison 4. I've got to admit, that sounds really good.
It sounds fantastic.
It does. Okay, well on that great note, we'll leave you to it. Have a good night.
Good night.